What the heck is going on with Kaspa? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing, and of course a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. So now guys, we are going to look at, well, Kaspa short term, and we are going to ask ourselves a question whether we should actually exit Kaspa or not. And of course guys, I don't want to be bearish on Kaspa long term. Obviously I'm a bull for Kaspa, but perhaps there are other opportunities that could well provide gains much quicker, right? So I will try to be as realistic as possible and deliver basically the data and what I see, guys, in my personal humble opinions. Okay, so stick to it. Okay, please watch the whole video for the reference so you guys don't miss anything, basically, right? Because obviously watching a couple of minutes is not going to really paint the whole picture, right, of an update. Anyways guys, let's actually start from the technicals for Kaspa, and later we are going to look at different data. Okay, so this is for hourly time frame for Kaspa MACD's chart. So, well, we do have an evident downtrend. We can clearly see that. The nice thing is that Kaspa basically, well, kind of broke this short-term trend from price of what, 12 cents to, right? It was basically in that sell-off, short-term sell-off, and now we can also consider this as a falling wedge, which obviously kind of played out in this particular scenario. However, after this pump, obviously Kaspa met rejection at 12 cents 5, and at the moment Kaspa is trying to smash through level 11 cents 2. Technicals are showing us on 4 hourly at least that this could potentially come into fruition. I mean, you know, the smash through this level of resistance. Let's have a look at the daily time frame, guys. So the daily time frame is showing what exactly? The daily time frame is showing that well, stochastic RSI is an overheated area. However, MACD flipped bullish on a daily for Kaspa. Now, on a daily time frame, what we can also see that Kaspa is basically still in this downward channel, which definitely doesn't paint a beautiful picture, to being honest with you. But of course, you know, I saw other tweets, well, X's, whatever, that are saying that you know, the price of Kaspa is being manipulated by MEXC and all of these exchanges, and obviously grayscale and blah blah blah, guys, right? Of course it could be the case, okay, just like it was the case with this wipe of reaccumulation. So now guys, obviously I was saying about the distribution, potential distribution for Kaspa, but obviously that could be the shake off that basically looks like a distribution, right? So guys, of course I'm not going to tell you to accumulate Kaspa, sell Kaspa, whatever, do whatever the heck you want, right? Now let's have a look at overall market sentiment, and we are going to come back to Kaspa. All right, so we are sitting at 75 greed, but obviously that thing can stay there for a while in such a bullish scenario where, you know, we have a new elected pro crypto president, so on and so forth. Looking now at interest for crypto in general, that's very important. This is last 12 months, guys. We've got crypto and Bitcoin. We can see clearly that we've got that uptick for Bitcoin, basically. So normies are basically coming, guys, and obviously that's nothing offensive, guys, but normies basically means that you are too late, right? I believe to Bitcoin you guys are too late. However, there are many opportunities for altcoins, okay? So diversification is the key. And by the way, speaking about the uptick, okay? So on a daily time frame, well, we can potentially see, sorry, 4 hourly time frame, we can see that we have some uptick if it comes to volume, which technically could be a bullish scenario, but obviously that's the only thing I've got for you if it comes to, you know, positive news. So now guys, let's have a look at this, all right? Because Mr. Prof is providing this. This is total crypto market cap that is excluding BTC on a weekly chart, and we basically got this breakout on a weekly, and now MACD is also flipping bullish, guys. So I'm not saying that this not gonna pull back, because it might, right, to retest this level as a support to flush these late longs and then move on, basically. So, you know, be prepared for this volatility. But speaking about the volatility and liquidity, actually we are going to cover it soon as well. So, you know, saying there are potentially many opportunities in the market, you can actually see it, guys, right? Kaspa is at 0.77%. So, you know, diversification is the key again. Now, looking at the liquidity, guys, let's check Bitcoin liquidity firstly, and then we are going to look at Kaspa, of course, all right? So this is daily for Binance, all right? So this is what's going on, let's say 50-50, whatever. However, on a 7 daily on all of the exchanges, we've got $8.3 billion worth of longs. So guys, we could see some you know, turbulence basically short term. We can also see that over here, if for example Bitcoin is going to dip to prices 76k and then what, 75,600, that obviously wouldn't be bearish at all short term, right? That would be just that liquidity grab and then probably gearing towards the upside. So let's actually go into weekly for BTC and let's have a look where the liquidity is. So obviously we've got lots of shorts, right? Many people are shorting Bitcoin, and we do have the liquidity in here, 77,729 to be exact. However, we could dip again. All right. So anyways, guys, let's have a look at Kaspa right now and let's see what's going on with Kaspa. Actually, we've got Bybit. All right, that's a daily time frame, and now let's have a look at Kaspa on all of the exchanges on 7 daily. So everybody is shorting Kaspa on 7 daily. Okay, so from the standpoint of liquidity grab, Kaspa could actually go towards the upside. Okay, so let's have a look. Kaspa, and let me actually pick firstly Binance Perpetual on a weekly time frame for Kaspa. So guys, on a weekly, the scenario looks like this. We've got 11 cents 5, and then we've got another levels at, let's say, 12 cents 1. But of course, guys, you know, from the standpoint of percentage, you have to be aware that Kaspa isn't going to print as many gains as possible short term. Obviously, long term, Kaspa is totally different case, in my opinion. Now, actually, let's come back to the short time frame for Kaspa. So short time frame, we could basically be ranging between 10 cents, perhaps even 10 cents 7, upwards of 11 cents 4. If you are obviously accumulating Kaspa, make sure that you check out Tangent Wallet, because in my opinion it doesn't kind of make sense to hold Kaspa on centralized exchanges, since Kaspa actually is decentralized project, basically blockchain, right? Well, block deck. So guys, of course Tangent doesn't support only Kaspa, it supports many other crypto projects. It's definitely much better to store your crypto here, because, you know, especially in the bull run, these exchanges might gonna experience a huge volume basically in terms of new people coming in, and they might gonna go down or whatever can happen, you know, with these exchanges. And then what happens, right? All of your money goes down, right? So in this case, you can basically, well, either swap your crypto in Tangent or just send it back to another exchange, because I do suggest that you guys got more than just the one exchange. Okay, that's very important to have multiple exchanges for the safety purposes, obviously. So guys, with my discount code you can get minus 10% off. Let's have a look at the dashboard for Kaspa. So we are sitting at number 34 in terms of ranking, and the market cap is at $2.8 billion. All right, well, definitely not juicy, since Kaspa was at what, number 2930 when I was doing update recently, but obviously it is what it is for now. And now guys, according to Mr. Max, this is where we are going into that belief phase basically, in which we potentially can, well, after we are going to pump into belief zone, obviously we can dip, right? So we can also use this as a kind of reminder of where we are in the cycle, and of course not mentioning about thrill, euphoria, so on and so forth, guys. So we are still, let's say, early. Well, for Kaspa obviously we are early. This is definitely a good buying opportunity. However, I want to be very, very realistic with you guys, and this is something that I have found for you. This is basically the bearish scenario. So Faceless Trader basically uploaded this, right? So Kaspa bearish bias chart. This is, well, probably daily chart, guys. I cannot really see in here, but basically he's pointing out that Kaspa can dip to levels of what, lower levels, basically like 3 cents or something, guys. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but possibly could. Okay, so be prepared for this for Kaspa. Okay, I'm not saying that it will, but definitely it could. So again, guys, for example, if your Kaspa bank is going down, you can capitalize on basically many opportunities that market has to offer at the moment. All right, and now guys, on the top of that, CZ is saying that this is just a beginning, and that was uploaded 16 hours ago. Obviously he knows, well, what's happening basically, right? But basically that's reflecting on the charts as well. So speaking about the charts, guys, let's have a look at a very important thing. We can see that Bitcoin actually found resistance. Well, the Bitcoin's dominance found resistance at 60%. That's obviously great. I do believe that Bitcoin possibly could get supported, you know, in these areas of, let's say, 59, but that's obviously short-term chart. Let's have a look at the daily. So on the daily time frame, we do have a clear downtrend in here for BTC. All right, so guys, this is obviously great from the standpoint of altcoins, right? Altcoins are going to thrive now, I believe, especially when Bitcoin's dominance is going to drop, you know, towards these levels. Okay, but obviously that's a little bit of more macro kind of perspective. Things are looking good now, guys, but be careful if you are trading you know, with these 100x leverages. All right, so let's have a look at some macro charts. This is total crypto market cap that is excluding top 10 on a daily. So guys, this is what's happening, right? We are basically pumping outside of that formation. If you are following channel for a while, you pretty much are aware that I was mentioning that we can even dip to these areas, and we actually dip, you know, to shake out people, and finally we have an exit from this formation. However, we could also just retest this as a support. This is definitely not out of the question in order to liquidate these late longs. All right, but obviously that's going to be retest, which potentially could be our entry, but this is obviously macro chart. Invest in whatever you want, and then expansion. And now guys, another thing that I would like to cover is total crypto market cap that is excluding top 10 dominance on a daily. All right, so first thing that I see, all right, is definitely not a great picture, and that is going to actually correlate with the thesis that first money goes into Bitcoin, then big caps, and then small caps, right? So these are obviously, well, smaller caps, right? So we can see that this is a bear flag, and potentially we could get rejected on a daily from this level roughly in here, and stochastic RSI is basically showing this too. Okay, but of course guys, this is just a short term. Okay, I do believe that if you are traders, you potentially could be concerned about that, but obviously, you know, long term, I do believe that it's definitely better to be outside of fiat now and being in crypto. Okay, so guys, another thing that I would like to cover is USDT dominance that is falling, and it's finally lost its support at 492, which is heck of a bullish thing. People are deploying money into the market basically. So the next level of resistance, which I believe is going to be temporary, who knows, let's see, we could potentially experience a bounce from this area, right? Which will also going to coincide with the fact of what I just said about this retest in here. So it's kind of makes sense, at least to me guys, but obviously this is everything short term, this is daily, because on the weekly time frame guys, this is basically going down, which is obviously very, very bullish for crypto. And now guys, another bullish thing is that this dude is going to get out of the office very soon, and potentially Mr. What is his name actually? Mark Udia, I hope that I have pronounced his name properly. He's going to replace him. Obviously he's a pro-crypto person, right? So guys, it's enough for this dude, I believe, to be at office and basically destroying everything crypto related, and things are looking good guys. Okay, so to conclude, short-term price action for Kaspa, I believe that we are going to trade in this range. Let me actually zoom this thing in a little bit, and yeah, probably we are going to just be grabbing liquidity, to be honest with you guys, you know, probably ranging in here, potentially even going down until Kaspa is going to find the next bullish catalyst, which are going to be these damn exchange listings. Obviously there are rumors that Binance is ready for Kaspa, so we could be definitely surprised, right? Because obviously technicals is one thing, but sometimes, you know, one bullish or bearish news can, you know, erase all of the losses or gains, right? So be prepared for that. And now guys, speaking about bullishness, last thing, we've got 1.3 billion US dollars of inflows into BTC, and this is only beginning, right? Just like CZ said. So guys, make sure that you are not greedy and take your profits along the way, right? And I'm not talking about Kaspa, I'm talking about overall crypto. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, peace and love crypto.